Welcome back to more of The Sims 4. This is episode 15, I think. And yeah, it's been stressful setting this episode up. Little behind the scenes knowledge for you here. When I opened The Sims to record, because I was supposed to start recording this about an hour ago, all my saves were gone. And I had absolutely nothing. It was like I'd never even played The Sims on this PC before. So I went into full panic mode thinking, oh my god, I've lost everything. I can't play The Sims anymore. Or at least I'd have to start a new save and Alfonso's time would be up all too quickly. But after that, about an hour of fiddling through files and troubleshooting, I managed to track down the saves and restore it. My god, it was scary. I really thought like I'd lost it all forever and I was going to have to like start all over again and I would have been so angry. But no, not the case thankfully, and we are still here with this lovely family. And I'm glad I didn't lose it forever because this is the episode, ladies and gents. We are finally going to get into this rocket here and we're going to go to space. I think we have to travel through wormhole if you want to get where I want to go. And now we've done everything we can on the rocket. Alfonso's ready to visit home. There have been a few bumps in the road obviously because it took a lot of time to build the rocket, and when Jay was helping out, oh, and speaking of Jay, he's just got back and he's feeling flirty. Of course you want to woohoo with someone, Jay. As soon as Jay started helping out and stuff, he got abducted by aliens 3 times and then got, you know, pregnant with twins, as you do. So I feel like they may have been trying to slow down the process somewhat. Damn Alfonso, he's getting good at this. You see that? He's a ninja. He's training in case he has to fight anyone on his homeworld. But yeah, that was how it all went down last time. And they're going to go to their alien homeworld today. Hopefully, if all goes swimmingly. We're going to bring everyone along. We're going to bring the kids now. I think they're old enough. Although I think they might need to get some food before they go. Or when is your next day off? You've got work 15 hours. So do you. But can you take vacations? Let's check that, because I might just have you take the day off tomorrow. You can. Can you, sir? You can. Good. Okay, so I think we'll just have them both take the day off tomorrow. And then... oh, actually, maybe I should wait for Saturday, because then the kids won't have to take a day off school. Yeah, I might do that. I might play around for a bit until Saturday, and then they'll go to the planet. But yeah, oh god, something's broken. Everything's broken in this house, I swear. I feel like this is frying, yeah. No, we're just getting food even though I want Alfonso to make something. But yeah, I think Saturday's going to be the day, so we're going to kill time until then when they all go. So I'd rather not have the kids just miss school. Not very responsible really, is it? And yeah, I'm just so glad that I managed to save the save. Oh, I'd have been so sad. I would have absolutely like bawled my eyes out. Luckily that's not the case. Oh, my whiskers. So yeah, I also do have a bit of a dilemma that I want your input in, really. Oh, Nancy Landgrab's just died. A lot of people died last time as well. Ah, wholesome. Gina Landgrab got adopted by the Landgrab household, okay. And so was Jimmy. So maybe Nancy's son, Malcolm, maybe adopted the kids, I don't know. Adopted his siblings, which would be kind of strange, but there we are. But yeah, I have a bit of a dilemma, and this is actually it here. In 8 days, Alfonso is going to become an elder, and it's 9 days for Jay. And that's basically the point where they just wait to die, basically. So they're going to become elderly men in 8 days' time, which is basically like an episode or 2 away from now, in, you know, in terms of how much I play it. Okay, Jay. And I feel like personally that's not enough time with them being adults, because I still have things I want to do before I make them old. So I just wanted your kind of input on that, and whether or not you want me to keep them a bit younger for a bit, you know, a while longer. And I am going to present like a solution to that in this episode if all goes to plan. But I feel like normally I just let things happen naturally and I just let Sims age when they age. So I think having 2 long lives for Sims can get a bit like, oh, okay, just die already. Because I'm actually like doing videos out of this series, I feel like I want to keep them alive and adults for a little bit longer. So I want your kind of input on that. If you want to see them age up in like an episode or two, or just leave it a little bit longer. Maybe like another, I don't know, 3-4 episodes. But I just wanted to let you guys know that that's how close we are to Alfonso becoming an old man. And yeah, I'm not sure I want him to be an old man just yet. So let me know your thoughts on whether you want to keep them young for a bit longer. Personally, I think I will regardless, because I have some stories, but we'll have to wait and see. It all depends on what you guys want, really. So yeah, there is that to consider. And then I might keep some of like their friends like young as well and similar ages, just to keep it a bit more, like realistic. So yeah, that's kind of how this has all been going. Jay's just been propositioned by Alfonso, or Alfonso been propositioned by Jay, and he's walking through a counter. So they're going off to Woohoo, even though he's literally in the middle of dinner, so that's fine, just let your children starve. And then Zoe's having issues with her husband. Awkward. Oh! Are you woohooing in the rocket ship? You are. Getting that practice in for Saturday, aren't you guys? Alright, well, you two enjoy that. Luckily they're, the kids are children now. That is loud. Damn. Let's just turn my earphones down. Cool. I've been deafened. So yeah, I guess we have no choice but to check in with the kids. Yeah, they're children now. They're watching, I don't know what that is. I think it's a sports thing, maybe. And yeah, these two get along quite well. Obviously they aged up very recently. And they're both very happy actually, which is quite wholesome to see. And one thing I did forget to do once they aged up is they can no longer fit in these toddler beds, so we have to get them some new beds. So let's just do that while I remember. And I think when they become teenagers, we definitely need to either expand the house or move. Because I don't think it's fair for them to share a room when they're teenagers. For now though, when they're like children, I'm gonna just leave it because I'm not very good at like renovating house and stuff. So there we have it, we've got beds for them. It's just literally the first two options. They have dog bones on it, even though they've only ever had a cat in their lives, but that's fine. These two have been gone for quite a while, so I imagine they're having a good time. Oh, well there's just peeing, it's fine. Ah, they're back! And I think they're feeling confident. On cloud 9 from Rocket Ship. So now Alfonso can actually finish cooking the meal he was supposed to make for everyone like 3 hours ago. What the? Are you kidding me? And meanwhile, Alfonso just watched all that play out. Look at him. There are literally crickets in the background. He's just like, oh yeah, these are delicious, I'm so good. And his boyfriend's just been kidnapped by aliens for the 4th time. And last time this happened, he got impregnated with alien twins. The alien twins that are actually going to bed, because they're more responsible than the adults in this house. Because it is very late, so good for you guys for going to bed. I'm so angry. Like, if he's pregnant again, I swear to Jesus. Jay's back. And he's been starving for like half a day at this point, so please, dear God, have some food. Oh, I'm so mad. I don't even want to check if he's pregnant. I'm just so nervous that he is. See, they know the rocket ship's done. They're like, we don't want you here. We're kidnapping him again. How about that? Oh, thank God. Okay, he's not pregnant again. I would have lost my nuts, shall I say. To not risk being demonetized. Oh, the ghost of Mayor Whiskers is here again. Right, now Jay's eaten so he can go to bed. Poor guy, like, he gets abducted more than anyone ever should. I mean, once is enough to be abducted. There we are, family all sleeping soundly. So yeah, since it's now Friday, I can say tomorrow is the day they will be, hopefully, going back to Alfonso's home planet. And maybe these guys may be doing something special while they're there, maybe. Oh, what are these two doing up? Oh God! Willow has discovered something strange is currently living under the bed. There's a monster under the bed, guys. That's what I always feared about child beds. They just made friends with the monster under her bed. She can't wait to find out more about it. And he's singing like he always used to do. Oh. I mean, it's a bit more terrifying when it's a ghost, but you know. Oh, the kids are too scared to sleep, so we're going to have to ask everyone to just spray under the bed. Angie delivered 2 female babies. Elia Crowder delivered 1 female baby. Miko Dozier delivered 1 male baby. I feel like Miko's had a lot of kids. So these two are just spraying the monsters under the bed so the kids can actually get back to sleep. See, even the ghost of Mayor Whiskers is literally sleeping next to everyone. So wholesome. But yeah, something important might be happening with these two in space, if all goes to plan. Because they've been together for a little while, and Mayor Whiskers is just possessing this and making it fly. Thanks, Mayor Whiskers. Because I think someone worked it out, like the average lifespan of Sims and stuff. Every day in The Sims in real life would be like 9 months. So if you look at it like that, these two have been together for a while. So maybe it's time for the next step, you know. It felt a bit too soon last time, but maybe this time will be the episode. As you can see, I'm being extremely subtle about my plans here. As you can see... Oh good, Alfonso leveled up, so he's got everything he needs to get promoted. But as you can see, it's wonderful summer weather. Thank you, Sims. Leo's PE class gets to run laps, lots of them, to build their stamina and lung capacity. In the middle of a storm, he's mostly through the first lap and he notices a gap under the bleachers, just the right size for a little rest. Would coach notice if he sat out a few laps? Keep running. Hopefully it runs in the family. Oh yeah, good, I actually picked the right option for once. New personal best, well done Leo. And Jay has leveled up one of the skills he needs. So just before work, quickly let's try and get him to do more programming. Cool, look at this storm. Thunder and lightning and everything, man. Kyan doesn't like storms, she just died. Alison Lothario's died. That's Don's wife. Ah, oh, poor Don. We might have to check on him. Leo got a C overall, so did Willow. I haven't, to be fair, I've forgotten to make them actually do their homework. But you two get inside quickly. Don't want anyone to be zapped by lightning. They're both scared of storms, bless them. So let's be a good parent for once and make them do their homework, because I keep forgetting to make them do that. There we are. I mean, Willow is very, very tense in the storm, so she's very angrily doing her homework, but you know, they're getting on with it, finally. I'm really excited about the future for these two. I feel like we're going to have a lot of interesting stuff in their future. I don't really know what plans I have for them yet. I'm hoping it will happen quite naturally, like a career will jump out at me for them, and we'll have to wait and see if there will be, you know, work, success and love in their futures. Hopefully. Leo's completed his homework, and so's Willow. Well done, you two. Alfonso swiped an object at work, of course. But never mind. I'm also going to get all the aliens in the family to remove their disguises, just to, you know, get in the mood for going to space. Nanny wants to come over to hang out, fine, you're going to find out we're aliens. Alfonso is very much, I think, a bit more carefree when it comes to people finding out if he's an alien or not as time's gone on. Mainly because he has a big ass rocket in his back garden, so if that's not a bit of a hint, you know, people are just a bit thick if they can't work it out. So he's a bit more carefree about that now. Especially as it's gotten closer and closer to him realistically going home and maybe finding some answers he's been seeking about, you know, his life and everything. These two are having little alien chats. I love how well these two get on. Like, I don't even have to try. God, this storm is not letting up. Like, this is horrendous thunderstorm. Like, it's literally summer. I didn't think this was set in Great Britain, but apparently it is, because, oh, you can join after school activities. I didn't know that was a thing. They can become scouts! Hey, whippersnapper, do you have what it takes to be a scout? Whip out that compass and volunteer today as a virtuous scout. You'll do fun activities with your troop and learn what it takes to be an upright member of your community. Okay, yeah, we're having Willow and Leo join the Scouts because I did not know this was a thing. Jay's just come to talk to the nanny, probably to ask about how the kids are doing and stuff like that when she was like watching them. Ah, so here we go. This is like the little scout section that's been added to like their careers. They have a meeting in 16 hours. Oh, they actually have a meeting tomorrow now. That's kind of... I didn't know that. Oh well. So you need to earn a scouting badge to become a Griffin Scout. How do they do that? Find out what activities to use to view badge progress interaction on the scouting badge board. Scouts should have view badge progress self-interaction. Okay, I feel like we need to buy them a scouting badge board, maybe? That can go here, and while I'm on the subject, they don't need a potty anymore, so I can get rid of that. That's another good thing about them getting a bit older. Anyaka's off. So let's have these two view their badge progress. Okay, so these are all the badges they can get. Arts and crafts, civic responsibility, give back, outdoor adventurer, keep fit, good deeds, scholarly aptitude, sociability, young scientist. Well, I definitely wouldn't get keep fit and sociability, I'd be screwed. But that's cool that they can like do that kind of thing. I had no idea like scouts was even an option, but I love it. Okay, I'm just gonna have them put their uniforms on. They have scouting uniforms. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, that's a really nice view of them. Thanks, Sims. Look at them in their scouting uniform. Oh my god. This is everything I've ever needed. Look at this family, so wholesome. I mean, not so wholesome that Alfonso's just playing chess on his own, but you know. And Leo and Willow just became good friends. They just get along so easily, I love it. And they're both just reading now. Ah, wholesome children we have. Oh, looky here. Get engaged to Jay's come up on Alfonso's thing. Interesting. And Jay just wants to woohoo with Alfonso. Oh. Caleb and Liberty are having some troubles. Probably because Caleb's a vampire. So, there we are. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty decent obstacle to face, I would say. Well, the monster under the bed's back. Oh, Leo's really scared of the monster. Ah, Jay's comforting the kids. Oh! I think there might have been some badge progress there for Willow. Yeah, there we go. Sociability. She got 1 out of 12 now for like hugging Jay. Excellent. I love this whole like badge system for them. I'm kind of obsessed. And I never like joined the Scouts or, you know, Cubs or anything like that. Wasn't something that really interested me, but for my children, I will get obsessed. Turns out they both got Scout and badge boards for free when they like signed up. So I'm just gonna sell them because I bought one anyway. And yeah, it's Saturday, so today's the day we're gonna be travelling. But I think the kids actually have a Scout meeting now. In 7 hours. But it's only 2 till 4, so after their Scout meeting, we'll have them go to space. They're just going to woohoo in a rocket ship again. Like, guys, you actually did this yesterday, but you do you. They got out in the storm and immediately were like, nah, not worth it. Okay, so it looks like we're on the final day of like the summer storm, so that's good. It's going to start getting actual summer weather. For literally 5 days of summer, the rest of it's literally been pouring it down. So, not the best summer weather this year, but maybe next summer will be fine. These two are chatting again. They do this all the time, and I just absolutely love it. So, these two are chatting over here, and then we have these two chatting over here, watching TV together, and I absolutely love this family. It's kind of crazy that we made Alfonso just like asking some random questions. And we actually spawned like a really interesting kind of character from it. Like, that character creator did really work wonders. I'm going to get Jay to start a side job for his programming. It says, my phone icons seem drab and dull. Could you write an application that would make all the icons wear tuxedos? Now that would be fancy. Strange request, but I think he's going to give it a good go. And I just remembered, Alfonso's just going to send a text to Don, just saying sorry about his wife, because obviously he must be feeling pretty down at the minute. He's also going to send a text to Supriya just to check on her, because he hasn't heard from her the last couple of days. And then we're also going to have him share a secret with both the kids. Willow's literally having a nap, which is a big mood. Just letting them know about what they're going to be doing when they get back from their scout meeting. Leo seems particularly excited for it, so that's cool. And Willow's just eating peas, because of course you do. Whole bowl of peas, that's literally it. The storm stopped, it's still raining a bit. Oh, there's trash there that Jay can clean up. Actually Alfonso can do it, he's not busy at the minute. And yeah, these two are just heading off to the scout meeting. Look at them! Oh my god. Enjoy, guys. Hopefully it goes well and they enjoy the scouts. Then Alfonso's just going to weed some of his plants. A couple of them have died, but that's fine. Anya's died. And Nicholas was adopted by the MacArthur household. Okay, the kids are back from their scout meetings. Now Maeve has died. Oh, not as much death as the last episode, but still quite a bit. That's on one of Jay's very first things. I was a little unsure about choosing a freelancer to do such an important job, but you delivered, thanks a bunch. So Jay did well in his job, so that's good. So heading inside, here we go. The ship hurtles through the wormhole and emerges near an alien planet. A series of odd noises comes from the on-ship radio and Alfonso is suddenly teleported off his ship. Beam down. So everyone's celebrating because we successfully made it here. They're even taking a selfie while they're here. But look, we are on the alien planet of Sixum. So look at this. It's a great big cavern. It's kind of like a big little island, really. Big little island? That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. So there's loads of different like plants and creatures, and like, look at that. I've never actually been to Sixum on The Sims before, so I'm very excited to finally be here. But Alfonso, we know he's big into plants, so we know he's going to start like picking up these kind of things to take home with him. So I know there are lots of kind of alien plants here. So these guys are just kind of taking in the wonder of everything, and they've removed the disguises. Alfonso has bumped into this woman, actually. Her name's Arlene, and I think she was kind of sceptical of him. But now, he can show that he kind of belongs here. So there we are. And they're just getting to know each other. And Alfonso's saying, basically, I've been on Earth for a while. I kind of came on board a spacecraft that was visiting here before, and there's plenty of alien life walking around. And while he's talking to her, he's just picking up the fruit, as you do. So they're just talking, and Alfonso's basically saying, I came to Earth from a spaceship. I was originally from here. I've like always had like the coordinates for this place in my head. And I grew up on here for a bit, but then they snuck me onto an alien craft that kind of came here. And it took me back to Earth. I kind of had my own life there. Somehow I like already had like a name in my head. I had a job, and I can make a living right from the off. And I knew I had to come back here and find out why. So he's just officially introducing himself as Alfonso Sheets, and she's very interested by that, even though, and she's been made very tense by this news because her name is Arlene Sheets, and however they're not actually related. It turns out Sheets is kind of almost like a class you're assigned when you're born. And it's just kind of like a code name, but an English translation of the alien language that actually like assigns their job. So whatever his job title is, and whatever his class he was assigned to when he was born is, in the language of Sixum, in English on Earth it translates into the word sheets. You're then sorted into that job by different classes as like order of importance, basically. If you're higher up in your certain role, that affects what name you're given on Earth and the name that people of Sixum have kind of given you. And Alfonso Sheets, it begins with A, so it's actually, when translated into the English language, is like one of the highest ranking members of the community based on importance. And Arlene's the same because her name begins with A. So they're actually of the very same rank on Sixum, except he was the one who was chosen to kind of be put on a rocket ship that had already come to Sixon to go back to Earth to investigate things. And she's kind of on the waiting list, I guess, for a new mission to present itself. So he's now asking her about all of that, and he's saying, you know, why has this happened to me, and why have there been so many different opportunities for me to come back, and then you like abduct my boyfriend, for example? Why has that been happening? And Arlene's explaining that, you know, while Alfonso has been away on the mission, she's learned a lot more about what the mission actually entails, as, you know, she's been left behind. And basically, they just wanted to populate the Earth with some kind of alien-human hybrids, and that was Alfonso's kind of purpose when they sent him on this mission. It was very top secret at the time, but now obviously she's an open book, so I think she's a little bit bitter, honestly, that she wasn't chosen for this mission. But yeah, that was kind of the role Alfonso had, to like populate the planet with aliens. And they were very pleased originally when he had a relationship with Nina, because that would have allowed him to kind of have children with her, and then they could kind of start to make peace with the human race in a way that vampires haven't. Because vampires kind of, by force, change humans into their own kind. Aliens don't want to do that. And that's kind of why vampires have been keeping an eye on Alfonso, because they want to see exactly what he was up to. But obviously then things kind of fell apart with Nina. So they took matters into their own hands when they realised that Alfonso and Jay might be becoming a thing. And they kept abducting him, and had multiple attempts to try and get him pregnant with alien children instead. And yet still have Alfonso be there to kind of raise them as his own. So he still had a role to play in the mission. And then obviously they were successful eventually, and we got Willow and Leah out of it. So Alfonso wanted to kind of get loads of answers when he came to his home planet, and he returned, and now he's got them, and these guys are still just taking the wonders of it all, I think. And Alfonso, after hearing all these answers and everything, he's like, well, the children we've kind of created together really are here, because we wanted to show them where they came from, and now Arlene's getting to know them as well. And she thinks that the Overlords are actually pretty pleased with their efforts so far, but obviously the measure of success is going to come from... Oh, wow, those guys are very happy about this. The measure of success is obviously going to come with how far and how well Leo and Willow grow up, and if they're successful in continuing this kind of new bloodline of alien-human hybrids that the Overlords kind of wanted to create in the first place. So they weren't even aware of like human life until the initial rocket landed on the planet, and then obviously they snuck Alfonso on straight away. These two are getting very romantic, but I think they definitely have kind of a contact on Sixum now, in the form of Arlene. So I feel like they're definitely going to be making perhaps a lifelong friend from this adventure. And now they have a link between themselves and the Overlords, because obviously, oh, Liberty just had a baby, so did Anaya, so did Bella, oh, Bella's moved on, so did Dina, so did Esther. Oh, bit of falling out there. But yeah, now they have those answers and everything. They have a point of contact. Those two are getting very romantic. A point of contact between Sixum and here, because they can't stay. They have a home on Earth, and that's what the Overlords want. So they can't stay on here full time, at least not for now. So they're still talking over there, but these two kind of snuck away to kind of say, how crazy is this? I finally kind of know my purpose, and it seems like we might actually be doing a good thing. And they've just been kind of, you know, checking on us all this time. And Alfonso is kind of saying, I'm really sorry that we kind of had to drag you into this, and if things had worked out maybe and gone a different way, you would never have been like forcefully impregnated, and I know how wrong that is, and I'm kind of sorry that I dragged you into that. But Jay's basically saying, you know, it got me you, and it got me Leo and Willow, and I wouldn't have changed that for the world. And to show you how happy I am about this, I have a question I want to ask you. And therefore, Jay is asking Alfonso to marry him. And of course Alfonso is saying yes. So Jay and Alfonso are officially engaged after getting all the answers they wanted on this alien planet. And hopefully this is the start of something quite wonderful. Alfonso just got engaged to Jay. Jay just got engaged to Alfonso. So there we are. They are officially engaged. Jay Alfonso wedding on the horizon. Who knows when? Perhaps soon. perhaps in a while, and now they're kissing under the mistletoe. So yeah, I'm actually going to end it there as we send everyone home. But yeah, we got to Sixham. We now have a point of contact with Arlene, so we're always going to have someone to connect to and get, you know, direct information on from the alien overlords. But we're going to send everyone home. Time to get back in the rocket. And we learned Alfonso's true purpose, and you know where his name even came from, and what he needs to do. He just needs to focus on raising Leo and Willow as best he can. So these lot are all heading home now, and soon he'll have a husband to do that with. And it seems things have worked out very, very well, and this trip was definitely worth it after so long of waiting. And it's time to go back home. So everyone's home now. Everyone definitely enjoyed their little trip to Sixham and getting answers, and for the twins to see like part of where they came from is really cool. And obviously these two got engaged, and I mean they woohoo all the time anyway, but now they really do have an excuse, so you guys enjoy. And we'll get these two disguised again, and these two kind of have a new sense of purpose now. They've seen part of their heritage, which is really cool. Alfonso got the answers he's desperately been seeking for a very long time, and he's got himself a fiance too, and I'm sure these two are thrilled about that. See, look how much they enjoyed themselves. They're like, isn't this amazing? And obviously they started a scout career as well, so they have even more to be excited about. It's nice to have kind of a wholesome episode. I feel like everything was very happy. Yeah, these two are going to enjoy themselves. I pressed the wrong button. And yeah, with that, with yet another very stormy summer day, Leo, what the hell are you doing? He's like, what the hell? But yeah, Alfonso are engaged. We've got all the answers we were looking for on Sixham. We have a point of contact on Sixham, so I'm sure that wasn't our only visit to the alien planet. I'm sure we'll be back many, many times. And yeah, wholesome ending to a really fun episode. I've been waiting to go to the alien planet for so long, and I think we just scratched the surface with what we can do on that planet. So I'm very, very excited for the future of the series. Those two are very, very excited too by the looks of it. And yeah, Alfonso wedding is going to be happening. Don't know when, but you know, they are actually going to be aging up, like I mentioned. Well, Jay will be aging up in 7 days, Alfonso in 5, and they'll become elders. And I want them to, you know, enjoy a married life while they're still adults for a bit. So I feel like we're going to age them down a little bit, and then I'll just decide when to make them elders. But perhaps Arlene is going to offer us a solution very, very soon. So yeah, I think that's all we're going to have time for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with this one. I love these kids. I can't believe it. For something that wasn't really a plan, I'm really, really happy we got Leo and Willow out of this, because the last couple of episodes I've really started to really fall in love with them as characters. And I can't wait to follow their future, especially because that's kind of Alfonso's purpose. Guys, put some clothes back on. You're not being subtle at all about what you were doing. But yeah, this is our family. And I'm really happy with how things have gone with this episode. And yeah, very happy ending. I say happy ending. Well, certainly was for Jay and Alfonso, if you know what I mean. But yeah, really enjoyed this episode. Glad we finally got a lot of the answers out. I've been waiting to kind of reveal all that stuff for a very long time. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and the story's going to continue because we're far from done with this. Now the real work begins to make sure Leo and Willow get raised properly. And I'm sure Jay and Alfonso will do a very good job. Especially because they're soon to be married. So let me know your thoughts on this episode, the whole aging up Jay and Alfonso thing. And obviously we're definitely going to have to revisit the Supriya thing very, very soon as well. That's certainly not forgotten. It's just that might be a bit more of a slow burn. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.